Skyline High School Skyline Cluster, and I intend to pursue architecture going into the University of Texas at Austin, and where my degree is going to be Bachelor of Architecture. Actually, I used one of the books LiA donated to organize my portfolio for a scholarship, and books like that. And then there's AutoCAD books that I've looked at, and Google SketchUp models, and Photoshop. There's different other kinds of books, like books from a specific artist or architect and artist. There's a variety of books, and just skimming through them gives me knowledge of learning more.
My name's Diana Maldonado. I am a junior in the architecture cluster here at Skyline High School. I am a first-generation college student. The first time we used them were when we were studying Mies van der Rohe, organizing our portfolios. So there's a book in there about that, I believe. So.
My name is Tom Cox. I teach at the architecture cluster at Skyline High School. LiA's contribution, I think, has been a really terrific gesture on LiA's part and on the architects here in the city to help mentor the students through the donation of the books. I think one of the powerful parts of that is the fact that I think you were asking the people donating books to leave a thought inside the book, or to leave a message for the students inside the book. And I thought that was a very a wonderful gesture. It really touches a person one-on-one. It gives an opportunity for a student not only to explore the book and the information in the book, but to also realize that there was a previous person there, a previous owner, and that book may have meant something very special to that person, and to have that gift to move forward, I think is it's a nice gesture.
My name is Laura, and I'm a senior in the architecture cluster here at Skyline High School, and I plan to be an architect. I'm not so sure if I want to have a bachelor's in art or architecture or something else, but for now I know I'm going to go for graduate in architecture for sure. The books have exposed me to different architects' philosophies on their architecture. For example, Mies van der Rohe, how he thinks God is in the details, and well, for art history, I have a class, art history, and there's this book, it's like the dictionary of architecture, that it'll just show you details and what they do, and like the aesthetic, it'll show a picture, and it's really nice to have books that are handy dandy just around the cluster.
My name is Stephanie Cedillo, and I'm a senior in the Skyline Architecture cluster. Well, right now I plan to major in anthropology at the University of North Texas, but I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with that as of right now, because I still think I'm really young to decide what field I want to go into, but I know that architecture has helped me develop skills that I will use throughout my whole life, like the discipline required for all the assignments and the projects and the deadlines you have to meet. But not only that, but the skills that you need to communicate with other people yourselves. All the experiences and opportunities that the cluster has afforded me, just has encouraged me that there are a lot of opportunities out there for us, even as a minority, especially as a minority, a Hispanic female. Even though my sisters did some college, they didn't earn their 4-year degree, and I see their struggles, and I know I want to be successful, not just for myself, but for my future family and my children, and to make my parents proud.
I'm David Zonopek, 2011 AIA Dallas President. One of our most exciting programs is put on by our Latinos in Architecture, our newest and most vibrant committee. Their program, From an Architect's Bookshelf, puts used books in the hands of needy high school students throughout the Dallas area. It's a prime opportunity to influence thinking of a young generation. We all remember when we ran across a book that was influential in our careers. For me, about 20 years ago, I picked up this book in a used bookshop as a high school student. It got me thinking about architecture, and it got me thinking about architecture in a broader context than simply building buildings, but how it impacts human lives and our larger community. The work that our Latinos in Architecture are doing through this outreach program will directly influence the lives of these young students. From an Architect's Bookshelf not only puts books like this in the direct hands of young high school students thinking about their future, but also puts them in contact with young leaders in our community, role models that they can seek advice from and see an example of a possible future. To us here at AIA Dallas, we would love for all of them to become architects, but the important thing is, through this effort, they'll be inspired to stay in school and complete their education.